Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the first video on the Lando Apex channel. Today, I'm going to be making a video on 10 plus bonus tips. There's 11 technically, so I'll just call it 10. We're doing 10 tips on how you can improve at Apex Legends. Basically, it's going to be like just tips on how you can improve your gameplay. Basic tips, tips that you need to know. We'll just say that. So first of all, as you see on the video over here, sorry for the mess in the background, by the way, just ignore that. But as you see in the video over here, it's just a gameplay from my stream the other day. Twitch.tv/Lando the Gamer, by the way. 3 O's in Lando. But it's just a gameplay from that, so I'm not actually playing that right now. It's just a gameplay. But let's just get straight into it, guys. So first of all, armor swapping. That is the first tip, armor swapping. Armor swapping can come in so clutch. Armor swapping is basically done by going into a death box or like a looting crate, and what you want to do is swap out your armor for any other armor if it has charge in, if the Evo shield is charged up. So even if you have like red armor or gold armor even, but it's cracked and there's no shields left on it, you still want to swap down to even like gray armor or even like blue armor even. So because then at least whenever you fight, you'll have a little more shields and you will be able to survive without getting crapped on. Tip number 2, guys, focus on your drop. Your drop, like dropping into the map, dropping out in, is basically what decides your fate at the beginning of the match. Because if your drop sucks, you're not going to get a good gun. You're not going to get an Evo shield. You're not going to get grenades. You're not going to get ammo. You're just going to be the late kid to class, and you're going to not get anything in the dive spawn. So if you get to the POI late, then you're kind of screwed. And I suggest jumping anywhere from like, I don't know, 400 to 500 meters from your drop spot, and take like a 45-degree angle, like going straight down, not straight down, but in the middle of straight down and straight forward, 45-degree angle. Next tip number 3, guys, is make sure you keep an eye on your team. Whether you're in Phil or with your buddies, you still need to keep in mind their health, their ammo type, their armor variant, and you can do this by simply just hitting tab or your pause button, and you can see everything. Everything. You can see your teammates, both of their ammo types. You can see their armor, shields. You can see their equipment. You can see like their shields, helmet, backpack, knockdown shield, all the stuff. You can see everything about them, their health, everything. So simply just keep an eye on their shields and everything. If they're weak, give them heals, If you ever find yourself, or tip number 4, if you ever find yourself in the situation where you're using two of the same ammoed gun, so for example, you have an R99 and an R301. For example, you have an R99, R301, and that's 2 light weapons. I mean, light ammo is very common. So I mean, light ammo shouldn't be too hard to find. But another thing, if you're using a heavy weapon, do not use 2 of them. And if you're using energy weapons, do not use 2 of them, because heavy weapons and energy weapons are 2 of the hardest ammos to find. So I recommend light weapons. If you're forced to have the same type, I recommend light weapons. But other than that, keep 2 different types of guns, because if you don't have much ammo in your energy or your heavy gun, you're kind of screwed. You're going to run out of ammo real quick. Tip number 5, guys, is never, and I mean freaking never, go for an Evo shield off spawn over a gun. It's just a terrible play. If you see an Evo shield, like you see a blue Evo shield off spawn, but then over across the POI, you see an alternator with a bunch of ammo next to it. Almost always you will want to go for the alternator. Well, always, yeah. Always go for that gun, because if you don't have a gun, if you get an Evo off spawn and no gun, someone with a gun will just kill you. They'll kill you, take your Evo shield, it's not that hard. But if you have a gun and they get the Evo shield, you can kill them easily. So you never want to go for an Evo shield over a gun, because that's just dumb. Just don't do it. Tip number 6, guys, doing finishing. This is a tip that I barely even knew. I never learned this until a couple days ago. But doing a finishing move, like you hold F or whatever your finishing move button is, you hold it onto a knocked person. Doing that recharges your shield to 100% at just the cost of a few seconds every time. Because if you do a finishing move, it takes like maybe 6 seconds, 10 seconds, I don't know, and it gives you all your shields back. So basically, you just want to yeah, I suggest doing finishing moves more often if you're cracked. Like if you're cracked shields and stuff. And make sure whenever you do a finishing move, you're in a very safe location, or else you'll just get beamed. And it gives you all your shields back, so it's a win-win. You get the guy finished, and you get shields, so it's a win-win. And then also another thing is you might the enemy's teammate might not realize that you got your shields all charged from finishing because they might not be communicating. And he'll push you, and he'll have the clear disadvantage because your shields are all recharged, and didn't realize. He thought you were cracked. So, tip number 7, guys, is communicate. That's literally just the whole tip. Communicate with your pinging system. It is there for a reason, you know. If you can't talk to your team over the microphone, right here, my mic. If you can't talk to your team over the microphone, like, use your pinging. There's literally a pinging option for almost everything. The only thing I can think of that doesn't have a pinging option is like, oh, I need a certain gun. Like, that's not a thing. But, you know, every other thing, you can mark danger, you can mark where you're going to keep an eye out for, you can mark, danger, well, I said danger. You can mark where you're going, you can mark where you're looting, you can mark that you need health, you can mark everything. You can mark where people have been. Open doors, open the crates. You mark literally everything, guys. So, and if you hold your ping button, so if I hold this button on my mouse, if I hold this button, the back mouse button, I can, well, it could be anything for you guys, but if I hold that button, it literally will it'll just bring up a wheel of pinging options. So it's like 8 pinging options that you can just ping stuff with. So use that to your advantage. Tip number 9, guys, is 8 is get good at every gun. Please don't just be good at the R301 and the Peacekeeper, because those are some really good guns, but you're not going to get them off spawn every game, I'll tell you that. And if you, like, you're not always going to get the same gun off spawn every single game. So if you can, like, get good at every gun, or even most guns, like, then you'll have a much better time for fighting off spawn, because if you do struggle with guns, like, you're not going to be able to fight with them. And another thing is, if you do struggle with guns, go into firing range and practice them with bots, because like, that's just smart. But I will put in a part of the video to show you how to, I'll put in, okay, yeah, if you want to go into the firing range, I'll put in a part of the video right now where it shows you how to make the bots move. Okay, guys, Future Landon here. Today, or right now, I'm going to show you guys what I said in the video. We are going to be showing you how to make the AI bots, like that bot right there that I'm about to shoot. We're going to show you how to make him move. And the other bots, the other 2 bots too. So you want to go to the rightmost, not that one, not that one, not this one, this one, the rightmost against the wall, spawn point, right? And you've probably seen this all over YouTube before. But the rightmost spawn point. And then what you want to do is you want to go back here. You see this little ledge up here. You want to play Pathfinder. You want to grapple up to it. You want to go into your settings. If you don't already, toggle, keybind crouch toggle. You want to do that. You want to look at the center line. Look straight down. Drop everything in your inventory. Make sure you're looking straight down. Hit your map button. And listen for the sound.
That was awesome.
Did you hear that sound? It was like, or whatever that. I don't even know what that sound was. But as you can see now, guys, the bot right there is moving, and it will start shooting at me here in a second. So then, you just grab your stuff, you know. You just start fighting the bots. You can fight these bots forever. Like, I'm pretty sure they... well, I just died to a freaking AI. But yeah, guys, that's how you freaking make the bots move. So I see, and they're called NBC Weapon L-Star. They use L-Stars, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Alright, back to the video, guys. Peace. So, tip number 9, guys, is third party all the time. All the time. All the time. It might be the most annoying strategy ever to the other teams. But, like, bruh. It's your job. You have to third party if you want to win, because if you hear two teams fighting, push them and clean up house. Not even lying, bro. Clean up house, bro. Pretty much just a win situation. You have to kill both teams, and then number 1, you get more damage. Number 2, you get more kills. Number 3, there's less teams left, and number 4, it's easier to win. So I mean, you just gotta do it, bro. Might be hella annoying, but like, just do it, bro. Number 10, tip 10, guys. Make sure to buy a legend that fits your playstyle. Not mine, yours. If you're like... Okay, so there's a bunch of legends that can counter other legends' abilities. So, for example, like, Watson can counter explosives. Mirage... What can he do? Oh yeah, he can counter like Bloodhound. He can counter Bloodhound's scans by just like placing like 10 decoys, because then the scan detects every single decoy around the circle. So basically just choose a legend that you think you'd be good at, and also choose a legend that you know that you could be good at and like get used to easily. And then that's all I got for tips. But then also, guys, if you heard at the beginning of the video, if you watched it till the end, make sure you drop a like. But if you heard at the beginning of the video, bonus tip. This is basically a specific legend-based tip. So like a certain legend. But it's a very smart play. So I figured I'd mention it in the video. This is my first video, by the way. If you need to block a door in Apex, just put a wraith portal on each side of the door. So like, go inside the building, place a wraith portal at the door so they can't get in, and then run over to the other door, place the other portal there. So whenever they try to go through the door, they just teleport back and forth for like until your portal's ready again. So then it just places it back up. You know, just place a portal at the doors, please. Only at single doors though, single wide doors, not double wide. That won't work. They can just sneak past it. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you learned something new, make sure you drop a like down below. Comment what you want to see next. Subscribe. I'll be doing a gaming setup tour and more tips and tricks videos for you guys soon. But yeah, it's been your boy Lando. More videos to come, I guess. This is a new channel. I appreciate you guys being here. We have more videos to come, and we will make sure to grow together as a team, as a community. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see all you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Have a good weekend. Have a good week. Whoops. Bye.